Tears, idle tears, I know not what they mean.
I need your help, Roland.
Tears from the depth of some divine despair rise in the heart and gather to the eyes.
You didn't get a loan from him.
Looking on the happy autumn fields and thinking of the days that are no more.
She and that boyfriend of hers seem to be getting along just fine.
Sad and strange as in dark summer dawns, the earliest pipe of half-awakened birds to dying years.
Now get out, Peyton. Stay away from her. From us. You lost her. She's mine now.
When unto dying eyes the casement slowly grows a glimmering square. So sad, so strange, the days that are no more. Dear as remembered kisses after death, and sweet as those by hopeless fancy feigned on lips that are for others. Deep as love, deep as first love, and wild with all regret. O death and life, the days that are no more.
Hello. On Broadlawn, near the factory district? Isn't that a job for homicide then? Why do you need me? All right, I'll be there in 15. Sorry, babe. There's been a multiple casualty shootout in the warehouse district, and the chief wants me there. Apparently it has something to do with the recent increase in illegal gun trafficking.
All that before breakfast? How a man like you ever got into a business like this, I will never know.
Helps to have a devilishly sexy wife. All right, I've got to get to work. I will see you tonight for dinner.
Will you?
Look, Sarah, I'm sorry. I just have been...
Busy, I know. I hear the phone ring too. But Roland, you've only been home for dinner 3 times this month. It's 3 times.
I'm sorry, Sarah. I'll make it up to you. I will be here tonight, and we will have dinner, and it will be special.
Promise?
I promise.
I better get going then, Chief. Love you, Roland.
I love you, Sarah. So what's the deal, Gibson?
Begging your pardon, but you have to see this, Peyton. It's quite a sight, Peyton. No doubt about it.
Do we have any idea why this happened?
No, sir. There aren't any drugs. This isn't gang turf. And all the neighboring warehouses have been carrying legitimate cargo for the past week.
Have any of these men been ID'd yet?
No, they haven't. Most of them have been shot up pretty good, and the ones that haven't, well, they don't have any IDs or licenses of any kind.
None at all?
Well, if I had to guess, I'd say this guy here was Fat Tony Bartoli. And that guy over there looks like his brother Emilio.
This was a hit on the Bartolis then?
I don't know what to think, Peyton. All I know is that there are 2 bodies here from the same crime family, and chances are the other men are also.
These are the Bartolis, all right. Whoever did this was thorough. Basically the whole family here, except for one or two cousins who are out of town, and the youngest, Vinny.
Can't say I'm sad to see him go.
But whoever had the resources to do this, they'd be at least as bad as the Bartoli family.
These rounds, I'd have to check with ballistics to be sure, but judging by the volume and distribution of the casings on the ground, they had to have been using heavier weapons than just stolen handguns.
Looks like 9mm Parabellum. MP5 maybe.
Let's pray we don't have a new group running around with one of those.
What is it, Chandler?
It's a blood trail, heading away from the others.
Good call on the weapon, Oliver.
Wait a second, Roland.
Put the gun down! Put it down now!
He's not gonna hurt anyone, Joe.
Who is he?
It's Vinny Bartoli.
It's all right, Vinny. You're safe now.
These are the contents of the assailant's wallet.
How do we know he was the assailant?
Gates, this is Eddie Gibson from Gun Crimes.
A pleasure. You've met Dylan Chandler? Well, Mr. Gibson, we're assuming that the Bartolis wouldn't shoot up their own safe house. That seemed like a safe bet to you?
From the volume of the shell casings and their orientation, the techs say they're certain there were multiple shooters.
I'd say they're skilled too. Looks like they only took one casualty. Either they're crack shots or they planned every detail out beforehand.
Or both.
Were any of the bills marked?
No, Detective.
What do you mean marked?
Organized crime has been circulating a number of bills with unique markings on them. When used to buy drugs, guns, and other illicits, they can be tracked and give us a pretty good idea of which known organizations these guys are working with.
There is something behind that pretty face.
What does it mean that he didn't have any of these bills?
Well, it could mean we just have terrible luck. Or it could mean that these guys don't have any links to any of the organizations we know about. Imports, maybe, some kind of new blood.
Their weapons would support that theory.
Oh, come on. Military-grade weapons have been on the street for decades.
If I may, Detective. Here where the tracking numbers should be located, but they're filed off.
Without those numbers, we have no way of knowing when those weapons were brought into the city or who bought them.
Not necessarily, sir. The file marks are fresh, and the metal's still sharp, so they must have been acquired relatively recently. Normal wear and tear would have smoothed over the edges by now.
Well done, Krista. The manufacturer has a representative in the city, doesn't he?
Yeah, Mannheim Ebenhardt. We've brought him in before.
Call him and tell him to come in. We'll have to talk to him about this.
I mean, medical and psych's probably about done with Vinny by now. Peyton, I want you to come with me when we go talk to him.
Why me?
You handled yourself well this morning. I think you might like a familiar face. You're looking well, Vinny.
What can I say? Shoulder hurts bad, but they got me shot full of painkillers. Got any booze on you? Might take the edge off.
We'll see what we can do.
What's he doing here?
I figured you'd like a familiar face. This morning, safe house.
Oh, right. The guy who pulled the gun away from me. Sorry about that, by the way.
It's all right, Vinny. Did you get a good look at the guys?
No, man. There I was, getting grilled by the old man, and then boom, this guy comes in and just opens up.
Wait, one guy?
At first. He sprayed the room. That's when I got hit. So I dove under the table. Then I heard more footsteps, like boots. And then yelling and shooting.
Did you hear what they were saying?
No. It sounded like Not English. Some weird language, really guttural-like.
Is there anything else, Vinny? We really want to get these guys.
Nothing. Crawled out of the room and into the closet. I ain't proud of it, but I'm not dying for the Bartoli family. I'm done with this whole thing.
What are you going to do then, Vinny?
You know what? Screw you. I'll do something. I'll be a used car salesman or something. Nothing too honest.
Vinny, don't worry about it. I'll be sure to stop by and see you sometime.
That kid has been in and out of this station more times than I can count, and yet he's still got the moxie to try and throw us off.
What do you mean?
The language thing? We'd have noticed if a whole group of guys came into this city. I think it was some old business partners, and honestly, I think Vinny was in on it. He never was too fond of his family. It's dinner time. A couple of the guys and me are going down to Luigi's for pizza. Figured it would be delicious irony. Want to come with?
You and the homicide guys? My wife thinks you're crazy. Oh, dinner. Dylan, I've got to go.
I'm sorry.
Look who finally came home.
I'm sorry, Sarah. I just lost track of time.
It's okay.
So how was your day, honey?
Well, it was all right. Classes were mundane, nothing much to talk about there. I met with the thesis committee today, though.
Oh, what'd they say?
They ripped my proposal to shreds.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, me too.
Can you at least keep the same topic?
Yes, yeah, I can keep the same topic. Roland, I'm just wondering if I should really even be in grad school. I already have an education, and I feel like there's a lot more fulfilling things that I could be doing with my life right now. I know it's tough times, but Roland, I think we should talk about...
Let me get it. Hello. Yes. All right, I'll be there as soon as I can. Sarah, I have to,
Go save the city. Don't be a hero, Roland.
I didn't mean to avoid the conversation.
I'll fix a plate for you. Go. Just go!
What's happened here?
Idiot had a nightmare. Vinny says that someone tried to kill him.
Vinny, are you okay? What happened here? You have to tell me.
I'm glad you're here. You'll believe me.
Believe what, Vinny?
That man, that tall, gaunt man from yesterday, he was here.
Vinny, that's impossible. This place is well guarded.
I don't care if you told me the whole U.S. Army was guarding me. The man was here, right where you're standing.
Did he say anything?
Yeah. He said something like, Chief sends his regards. But the way he said Chief, it was with a strange accent or something.
What do you do next, Vinny?
He pulled out a pistol. Looked like it had a silencer. But it was so dark. I started yelling, and then the guards came.
Where'd he go then, Vinny?
Does it look like I can follow him? He went that way.
I can't believe this.
the honor of your invitation. How may I help you?
Listen, Everhart, we know your company's been selling law enforcement grade weapons in this city. If you agree to testify, you'll get off light.
The only weapons sold in this city were purchased by your police department, Mr. Ford. Our company follows the strictest safety and control measures with its firearms.
Look at this, Mr. Everhart. This heinous crime was perpetrated with new weapons from your company. Where else could they have gotten them?
I cannot comment on where they got the weapons. Only they did not come from us.
I can't believe this.
Did you check the manufacturing information on the weapons?
They were good. They filed off the information.
This particular crime was perpetrated with a single firearm?
No, several. We only recovered one, but forensics estimates 5 or more.
May I request a phone? Danke. Corporate needs to hear this. We'll put all our resources into this unfortunate event. Hallo, Director Kramer.
Oh, Roland.
Wir haben uns einen kleinen
No, one of the techs said in the surrounding sweeps of their area they found this guy who was home at the time. He said he wanted to talk to a detective and gave us this address. Said he'd be there all day. Thought you might want to check out his story.
The State Theater, Stage 1. What is this?
I don't know. I'm as clueless as anyone else.
Oh, I guess we'd better go check it out.
Tomorrow. Tomorrow and tomorrow creeps this petty pace from day to day, to the last syllable of recorded time, and all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out! Out! Brief candle. Life's but a walking shadow, a player who struts and frets his hour on the stage only to be heard no more. It's a tale told by an idiot full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
Thank you, Mr. Worthington. That was an inspired performance. You will hear back from us within the week.
And thank you, my good. Humble patience, pray, gently to hear and kindly to judge our play. Huh? What? Were you not enthralled, my friend, with the tragic mutterings of that great madman?
I'm sorry. Are you talking about you or Macbeth?
My good man, is not theater the purest vocation? That chorus of history.
Indeed it is. Are you Osric Worthington?
One and the same Osric Patrick Worthington, humble thespian and player, at your service.
Nice to meet you. I'm Detective Payton and this is Detective Oliver. We heard you might have some information regarding a crime that took place next to your apartment last night.
The bloody shootout? Yes, indeed, I do.
Where were you in your room? Could you see anything through a window?
Actually, I spent the duration of the experience under my kitchen table. Oh, coward conscience. How dost thou afflict me?
Is there any information you can tell us? Anything you may have overheard at all, perhaps?
Overheard? Hark! I heard a voice. Lamentings heard in the air. Strange screams of death, prophesying with accents terrible.
Wait, they weren't speaking English?
No, man. 'Tweren't the king's English. But I couldn't tell you what it was.
You're sure it wasn't English?
Me? Incapable of discerning the melodious sounds of the mother tongue?
I believe you, Mr. Worthington. Certainly there are few men on this earth who can match your prowess in that area.
Detective, it's true, he that loves to be flattered is worthy of the flatterer.
Right you are. Perhaps this could ease the pain of the unintended slight, and thank you adequately for your troubles.
I can no other answer make but thanks and ever. Thanks. Fare thee well, Detective Payton, and may we meet again.
Well, that was different. So what was that with the money?
What do you mean?
Official department policy about gifts?
Look, Keaton, I had a choice. Either follow official department policies or make a new friend. Sometimes the rules just get in the way.
Ironic, coming from someone who's paid to enforce the law.
Funny. But seriously, Keaton, these guys scare me. Could we have missed an entire criminal organization entering the city? Honestly, we need as many friends as we can get.
Eccentric bad actors included?
Yes, even eccentric bad actors.
Hey, someone left this note for you.
Who?
No idea. See you tomorrow.
Roxy's 11 p.m. What, this a date?
I have no idea. Want to come along?
Can't. Wife's waiting.
All right. Have fun.
You bet.
Oh, what he said. Excuse me.
What?
Do you happen to know what time it is?
We stopped serving drinks at 1.
Oh, no, I wasn't. I just wanted to know the time.
11.
Някъде нови справи от хек збрани са от ми обеднали.
Notare, вежливе жеклеже да доручи бяхме пришли твърдно.
Поржа да плати поводне доходната цена.
Добрино, вем се бъде радно был трой хлапе, аби ви мена пробила река.
Так плати.
So when I reached into my pocket, I found this. Tall one is buyer, more to follow.
Roland, I don't like this. How do you know this guy, whoever he is on our side?
The two men at Roxy's were speaking in a strange language. I couldn't quite make it out, but it's the only lead we have to go on right now.
I don't know. Maybe we should ask Vinny.
They are, Skip.
Vinny, do you recognize either of these two men?
Where did you get these? These men. He was the one who tried to kill me. He was the one at the shootout. Hey, when are you guys gonna let me go?
When it's safe.
All right. Ford and Oliver and I will keep on the firearms and try to run the supplier in the ground. Caldwell, you and Homicide, try to find out some more information about this organization. Gentlemen, we have ourselves a solid lead. So, of course, that gives an entirely new meaning to buttered toast.
Mr. Payton?
What are you doing here? How'd you get in?
Doesn't really matter, does it? What matters is what I know.
Do you have something for us?
Yes, Mr. Payton. Perturbed by the utterings of a foreign tongue in our fair city, I resolved to find the source of a word that I had heard many times. Turns out, Shaif is, in the language of the Muscovites, chief or boss.
So you're saying the assailants were Russian?
Or they were speaking Russian, or they knew a single word of Russian. Thank you, Osric. You've been a great help to us.
Thank you, my ally. Alas, parting is such sweet sorrow.
What have you created?
A useful friend, it appears. Midway through life's journey, I found myself in a dark wood.
What's this? Riddles?
No, it's a safety precaution.
Where are we going?
To the library. Get in.
Roland, wait a second. Roland, think about it. We're dealing with some dangerous characters here. How would your informant, whoever he is, possibly know you could be trusted? How could he know you would understand the reference?
Keaton, we're dealing with major players here. I believe they have a file on all of us. I also believe that our informant has seen these files, and having seen mine, surmised that I'm educated enough to understand the reference, honorable enough to be trusted, and stupid enough to risk it.
At the very least, that last part. Just open the blasted thing. This is unbelievable. Why would someone so deep in the organization give us all this? What if they're setting us up?
I don't know, but we can't just let this go. The date says tomorrow. I'm guessing there's going to be a meeting right here. We probably should check it out.
Fine.
Look, Sarah, I'm really sorry.
It's after 9, Roland.
Sarah, really, I just lost track of time. Everything just seems to be falling into place. We're really making some headway on this case, and it's all beginning to make sense. This could be the biggest break of my career. It could be the fall of the biggest organized crime syndicate since they took down Papa Bartoli 18 years ago.
Roland, I know, and I'm happy for you, and I'm proud of you, but has my knight forgotten his fair lady while he was out slaying dragons? You've forgotten the opera tomorrow night, haven't you?
Honey. Okay. Yes, I did forget about the opera tomorrow night. But I promise that I will make it up to you. Just as soon as we finish this case.
So we're not going tomorrow?
No, honey, I'm sorry. We just had a major breakthrough in the case, and I can't afford to... Sarah... I just can't allow this opportunity to slip away, Sarah.
I understand, Roland.
Informant said the meeting should be any minute now. Anything wrong, Peyton?
No, sorry, I just was thinking about Sarah.
Ah.
Yeah, I just can't get her to understand how important this is.
She'll get over it, Peyton. I'm sure she'll realize you're worth the trouble you cause.
I sure hope so.
I should know. She is my sister. This could be it.
That's it, that's him, let's go!
Wait, Roland, what? Wait, Roland, wait a sec.
Come on, we need to get inside. We need to hear what's going on.
I recognize that guy, the tall one. He was with that other guy in the bar.
Так, плати.
What the hell are you doing? This is our chance. We can surprise them. Let's go.
Police! Freeze! Drop your weapons!
Rosamund! Пошли, давай, давай!
Watch him. Clear.
English! Do you speak English? What's your name?
Casimir Charity. I don't know anything.
Where'd you get the weapon?
A cop wanted money. I told him he could make a fortune if he worked with me. He buys them, I sell them.
How dare you!
Honest, I'm not lying.
Then who was it?
I don't know, a cop. He didn't say his name.
I don't need to listen to this trash.
Wait, what about me? I need the doctor. Slow.
Problem?
No, just are you Detective Peyton?
Yes.
Somebody left this for you. You need anything, Jude?
Nah, thank you, Missy.